Hey, today we are going to talk about the most requested makeup look. Not a brown makeup, so gentle, natural, softly pink. This is the kind of the makeup that enhances your natural features and makes you look even more delicate and feminine. I'll show you the most beautiful foundation in my collection, the darkest bronzer for pale skin that blends like a dream with no patches, holes, or uneven areas. And a very simple eye makeup look where you only need one brush and a piece of tape, a card, or any kind of protection from mistakes. I'll take one palette as an example. We'll create an eye look that's soft, elegant, and lifting, and actually thanks to a clean line that imitates a soft smoky wing. Let's begin. How were your holidays? I ate all of the sweets throughout the December and as a result a few breakouts and a slightly puffy face. For now, we are dealing with the dark circles, uneven skin tone, a few pimples and swollen hooded eyelids. First, a yellow tone eye cream. It helps with the dry areas and slightly neutralizes blue veins. Let's be realistic, it's not a concealer, but it's great for hydration and prepping the under eye area for concealer. I just swipe it from side to side with the fingertips and that's it. Next is face cream with the SPF 15. I know it's not much, but in Belgrade we finally got our first snow and the UV index is a 0 and I'm not walking much today, so this is more than enough for me. And I apply it generously in a few layers and wait for it to absorb a bit. I love that glow. It smells nice, texture is beautiful, lightweight, and it's non-sticky. Next is concealer. It's almost finished and just a light touch in the inner corners on imperfections and around the red areas on the sides of the nose. Then I apply a bit to the back of my hand and tap it over blemishes. I blend everything with a warm fingertips using gentle tapping motions. Foundation time. This one is flawless. I pump it onto the back of my hand and warm it up with my fingers. Look at this reflection, just wow. I place a few dots on my face, and actually this works well with hydrating foundations. With matte ones, I recommend applying dots to one cheek and blending immediately, just because they start to set quickly. Then I blend with a synthetic brush. I usually start where I applied the most foundation and move toward areas that needs less, just because the brush absorbs excess product and spreads it evenly. And if it's not enough, I go in with the second layer. I bounce the brush into the foundation again and start it from the jawline and moving upward in soft snake-like direction. When I reach the T-zone, there is no heavy overdone layer at all. And one important thing, don't smile or talk while the foundation hasn't set yet. This helps prevent emphasizing fine lines around the eyes and smile lines. Now, blush and contour. With these blushes, it's almost impossible to overdo it. I throw away the sponges from the applicator just because it's unhygienic and wastes a lot of product. See, I only show you my favorites here. I hope you trust my advice, and if you squeeze out too much product, it's very easy to put it back. Just press the jar from the sides like I'm showing. Today, I'll use all of it. It's perfect for me. But I love applying blush with my fingers. It's soft, controlled, and you can really see how much product you're using. I know, brushes can be difficult for beginners. After that, I take the brush with the leftover foundation to tone it down slightly. Just light pressing, no dragging, and look how gorgeous it is. No blush blindness at all, and it looks so fresh. Once it sets, it becomes matte. Cream products are very easy to apply and actually blend. Next is bronzer. This is a very dark shade for pale skin. At first, it might scare you. Just trust the process. Look how much I've used it, almost empty, and let's squeeze out the last drop. Again, warm it up on the back of your hand. Here, be careful, pick up just a small amount on the tip of the brush and swipe side to side in light strokes. Nothing complicated. The first placement is the cheekbone where your teeth meet and slightly higher. I also apply it to my temples because of my bone structure, and lately I've been loving it on the jawline. Probably too much holiday sweets, and do the same on the other side. Don't worry about harsh lines, we'll blend them later. I also add a bit on the sides of the nose and then using the clean side of the same brush with the actually leftover foundation. And I blend everything out. It helps achieve a smooth, even result. Blend side to side with a light pressure, not too much. Very easy and quick. And that's it. Now I'll show you my long-time favorite lip combo. The pencil is a light nude beige shade, not as dark as what I showed you before. I outline the lip slightly, don't overdraw it, and it should look like your natural shadow, just slightly more defined. Then I apply the famous lip sleeping mask. Can you believe I've been using this for 7 years, maybe even more? Sometimes I take a break and try something new from gifts or I buy something by myself, but I always come back to this one. It has a pleasant, non-annoying scent and a soft pink lilac tint, very pretty. Finally, eye makeup. I truly love YSL shadows just because they blend beautifully even with fingers. The texture is amazing. I place a piece of tape under the eye and following the lower lash line. I take a fluffy brush and I'll even use a synthetic one to show you how easy this is. Dry powder textures are actually harder to blend with the synthetic brushes because they don't have cuticles like natural hair. They are very smooth and deposit product instantly. We'll work from light to dark, a basic beginner-friendly technique using just one brush. But if you have more brushes and if you're more advanced, you can go from dark to light. With the same brush, take a mid-tone pink shade. Tap it to the back of your hand again and apply it to the hooded area. And stop right before the pupil. Create a soft V shape. Blend right up to the tape. The upper line follows the brow tail and the lower part stays softer. Now take the darkest shade. I switched to a flat brush here, but I'll show you the other eye with the same fluffy brush during the recap. Apply it closer to the tape, like extending the lash line, and blend it into the previous shade and apply a bit to the lower lid as well, just to make your eyes look bigger. Next step. Take a light matte pink and apply it to the inner corner for brightness. I use my fingertip or brush, doesn't matter, the result will be beautiful. Then, apply a soft pink gold shade to the mobile lid to create the illusion of big space. With an angled brush and a matte dark shade, press along the lash line if you want extra depth. And finish with a black mascara. And the most satisfying moment, removing the tape. Such a sharp line. Love it. And look at the lifting effect here. Wow. Okay, let's move on. Fill in the brows with a brow powder for a more natural look. Just focusing on spare areas, it makes them look fuller and more defined. And at the end, just set with a brow gel. I use the clear one without any shade or tint. Look how beautiful it is. Compare both eyes, with and without makeup. Such a gorgeous makeup and such a beautiful color. So let's do the same makeup on the other side so you can see the full picture. And we will finish with the eyebrows, fill them in using just eyeshadows and then brush through with a brow gel. Then apply the tape following the lower lash line, take the light pink shade, even out any creases from the foundation and start applying the shadow to the inner corner and under the brow bone. Such a beautiful baby pink shade. Especially stunning if you are a low contrast, right? Next, go in with a darker mid-tone shade. Sweep it across the hooded part of the lid and create a soft V-shaped blend. And then take a darkest shade and just add depth to the outer corner, blending slightly along the lower lash line as well. And using your fingertip, apply the pink gold shade all over the mobile lid to create an optical illusion of more light and extra space here. And the final step is black mascara. Apply it closer to the roots and gently pull it through to the tips. That's it. And now remove the tape. I love this part, it's such a mesmerizing moment. Look at that final result. Pink eyeshadows are especially beautiful on light to medium skin tones, from cool to neutral and actually soft olive undertones, as I am. So they enhance green, blue, gray, and hazel eyes, making them look brighter and more open without appearing heavy. So the look stays very casual and airy, with the lips that are barely touched with color. Subtle, light, and fresh. A bit of depth on the inner corners adds dimension, while the only true black in the entire makeup is on the lashes. That's it. Look at the close-up, natural daytime, and flash. And those soft pink sparkles. Love it. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're ready to learn. Educational content is coming much more interesting very soon. And see you soon. Bye!